What's really going on here? Have Papoose and Claressa been secretly married the entire time? Is this the ultimate tale of betrayal, or merely the most subtle introduction of 2025? What happened at the BET Awards wasn't just shocking. It was downright scandalous. Cameras captured Papoose. Yes, Mr. Loyalty forever. Publicly kissing Claressa Shields on stage like he just said, "I do," and the internet caught fire. Now, be honest, have you ever witnessed a friend kiss another friend like that in front of millions? That wasn't a friendly peck. That was husband energy. The most important question is, where the hell was Remy Ma during all of this? Grab some popcorn, because we're going to break down every kiss, camera angle, and chaotic clue in this bombshell. Trust us, by the end of this video, you won't look at Papoose the same way again. Let's get started. Let's not even pretend that this wasn't planned. When Papoose walked onto the BET Awards stage, everyone knew what kind of chaos was going to happen. However, when Claressa Shields entered the picture, the energy abruptly changed. We're talking about matching energy, coordinated steps, and tones. It appeared as though they practiced this moment for a lifetime, not just for a performance. However, this was not just any two celebrities standing next to each other. It was Claressa Shields, the world champion boxer, Olympic gold medalist, and rising cultural icon. These two powerful individuals had never been romantically involved until now, and then before fans could even process their arrival. Papoose leaned in and gave her a slow, deliberate kiss on the side of her face in front of every camera in that fucking arena. It wasn't a peck, casual. It was the kind of kiss that shouts, "She's mine." Claressa didn't even blink. Instead, she smiled as if it were just another Tuesday. This kiss wasn't unexpected, which makes it obvious that this wasn't their beginning. The internet did what it does best, and Twitter, or X, as the weirdos at the Internet Reacts call it, exploded with every possible combination of Wade R. Papoose and Claressa together. Timelines were overflowing with reactions, and TikTok was filled with clips with titles like "The Moment Remy Lost Him" racked up millions of views in less than a day. But before we dissect the kiss frame by frame, let's remember the foundation. Remember why this kiss was so powerful and why fans felt like they were slapped across the face, because not long ago, this was a completely different story. Let's go back in time, because Papoose built an entire brand on the word loyalty. When Remy Ma was sentenced to 6 years in prison back in 2008. The man held her down, took care of her children, showed up for visits, and even married her while she was incarcerated. Memes were created, women sobbed in the comments, and when rumors began to circulate months ago that something had changed, fans didn't believe it until Claressa began to appear more frequently. At first, it was Satola Backstage video here, a training clip there, and she credited Papoose with helping her flow during a recording session. Next came the gym posts, which featured smiling selfies, and then the dinner shots taken from different angles, but obviously from the same restaurant, same night, and same table. Despite this, fans remained faithful to the story they wanted. Papoose would never, as this kiss didn't occur in the shadows. In front of thousands of people, at the BET Awards, on a platform where people go to thank their wives rather than debut a new one. So what the hell happened? Is a rebound gone rogue? Did Papoose and Claressa begin as friends and then move into something deeper? Or was this something simmering in the background while everyone else was watching Papoose and Remy reruns? Let's talk about the clues we all missed, or perhaps refused to see. Sources close to Claressa's confidants claim that she's been more grounded and self-assured in recent months. Additionally, Claressa has been spotted wearing a thin gold band on her left hand. It's not ostentatious enough to be an engagement ring, but it's definitely enough to draw attention. Additionally, Remy Ma's last public appearance with Papoose was over 5 months ago. There were no pictures, no red carpet, no couple content, just silence. In the meantime, Papoose has been gradually assimilating into Claressa's life. Not only in the gym or in music, but also emotionally. He shared a since-deleted Instagram story 2 weeks ago that said, "Peace is when you stop forcing the old chapter." To make sense? Fans believed Papoose' Instagram story was about life, but it might have been about love, leaving one chapter behind and starting a new one. The BET Awards seemed like the perfect venue to debut Chapter 2 because it wasn't just a kiss, it was a message. Additionally, don't forget who was noticeably absent that evening: Remy Ma. There wasn't a single photo in the crowd or even on the guest list, and some reports even claim that she was invited, but she turned it down. Perhaps this was an Atha. Cameras captured a complete transition of power as Claressa stood there in that fitted satin gown, smiling as if she had just signed a marriage license and a championship belt. Papoose, the man who represented Black love with Remy, was now demonstrating to the world that he had moved on unapologetically. And just when fans thought things couldn't get messier, they zoomed in. That kiss wasn't just a momentary betrayal. Oh no, viewers went full CSI on the video frame by frame as if they were investigating a crime scene, and what they discovered was anarchy. Let's begin with the angle that made Twitter go crazy. Papoose didn't just kiss Claressa casually. Instead, he cupped the side of her face in that slow-motion, gentle hand placement you see in romantic films. His lips hovered long enough for the audience to gasp, and when he pulled away, she laughed, not the cool laugh, but rather, "This man has been waking up next to me for months." The kiss was so intimate, the BET cameraman cut away. Then came the real bombshell in a zoomed-in screenshot of Claressa's hand resting gently on Papoose's chest during the kiss. A fan noticed a delicate gold band on her ring finger. It wasn't ostentatious or for the cameras, but it was quiet and personal. Within minutes, the question, "Are they married?" began trending nationwide. TikTok detectives shared side-by-sides of old Claressa interviews in which she laughed off romantic questions by saying, "I'm too focused on boxing now." Now she's kissing Papoose in a satin gown with a ring on her hand and wifey energy all over her. Smile. And then, depending on your point of view, it got worse or better. A DM thread, purportedly from a BET Awards production assistant, went viral on Reddit and X, because of course it did. The messages said that they arrived in the same car, sat in a private lounge backstage, and then left. She kept fixing his jacket like a wife would. To be honest, it was adorable. But everyone backstage was shaken. However, the real team was that Papoose's team asked to be introduced as a couple, not as individuals. It's a full-blown rollout, not just an appearance. And now everyone is asking, how long has this been going on? Was this happening during the Remy fallout? Was the cheating storyline just the start of something much deeper? One anonymous industry insider made up the length of time. But let's pretend they matter and told us that this didn't start recently. Claressa has been close to Papoose for at least a year. He mentored her, yes, but it turned into something else, something genuine. He simply didn't want to go public until it was solid. If that wasn't enough to make the internet go crazy, old tweets resurfaced in 2021, posting, "The worst betrayal isn't the knife in your back. Who handed it to them?" At the time, people believed she was subtweeting industry snakes. But now that fans are screaming about Claressa, the timing is perfect. The silence is louder, and the betrayal feels confirmed. Meanwhile, Claressa's fanbase has gone into full defense mode. On Instagram, she posted a mysterious story that left no tags or captions, but the internet is divided. Team Claressa claims she's strong and confident, and Remy fumbled, but now Claressa got the bag. And the man and Claressa look good together. The vibe is grown, and Team Remy says, "This is disgusting. Papoose was supposed to be the one man who didn't fold." She was locked up for years, and this is the thank you kiss for Claressa, who is now your wife. Bro? Then the Think Pieces blog started running crazy headlines about loyalty to Claressa. The evolution of Papoose is this: how Black love ends in 2025. The kiss was heard all over the culture, and talk shows were consuming it. One host on the Shade Sea podcast said, "This was an asterisk." Another said, "Remy's silence says everything. She's either broken or done." Papoose Claressa memes amidst all the chaos. A fan account shared an old picture of Papoose standing next to Remy Ma in a black love hoodie. People are now cropping Remy out and replacing her with Claressa in memes with captions like "New chapter," "Same author," "Full," "Absolutely viral." You already know. And then, as if the Bet Awards kissed hadn't caused enough harm, a new rumor surfaced. A private, family-only ceremony allegedly took place in Detroit last month. Small, discreet, no media leaks until now. A woman claiming to be Claressa's cousin posted a mysterious message on Facebook, saying, "Happy to see love win. It was lovely, intimate, and earned." The "Did Papoose marry Claressa" post was removed within hours, but screenshots remain forever. Fans are now certain that the BET Awards kiss wasn't the beginning, but rather the confirmation. What does this mean? Did Papoose truly marry Claressa behind closed doors? Was the BET Awards kiss, whatever it is? One thing is certain, it wasn't for the cameras. This was personal, this was real, and this was permanent. And just when people thought the commotion would stop, Claressa posted a surprise live "Are You Married Now?" Q&A on her Instagram stories. The question, "Are you married now?" was answered with a smirk, a pause, and then the words, "I'm protected." That's all that matters. Protected? No, not mind your business. Papoose hasn't made any public comments since. There have been no tweets, interviews, or denials, just silence, and that silence is louder than any press release. But the real fallout is just getting started because social media is still going crazy. With fans screaming betrayal and couple goals at the same time, the consequences of this scandal are still being felt, and we're going to find out what happens next. It didn't take long for the Bet Awards to wrap up before rumors turned into a ruckus. Several gossip blogs, both verified and barely operating, began claiming that Claressa and Papoose weren't just romantically involved. Rather, they were already living together, spiritually married, and had already introduced themselves as husband and wife. To close then, the video appeared not bat footage, not red carpet angles, but a leaked iPhone video from Backstage. It was low resolution and shaky, but it was clear enough to permanently alter the story. Claressa can be seen adjusting Papoose's tie, whispering something in his ear, and then lightly brushing his face before she says, barely audible but very real, "Let's just enjoy tonight, babe. We earned it." We earned it. 3 words that struck like a freight train across fan bases. Who are we? What did they earn? Why did it sound so settled online? Fans were divided, but people went into full timeline archaeology mode and dug up past interviews, fan meets, and red carpet appearances in search of any cracks, lies, or signs, and they found them. Apparently, Papoose had missed 2 significant public events that Remy was a part of earlier this year. Fans initially believed it was a scheduling conflict, but now they're calling it what it really was, a breakup in slow motion. To make matters worse, a fake TMZ style blog, boom, more drama, started trending. According to a source close to the couple, Papoose and Claressa were seen ring shopping in New Jersey, of all places, 3 weeks prior to the Bet Awards. Then there was even more drama when a phony audio clip that appeared online purportedly showed Papoose saying, "It's not about forgetting my past, it's about choosing my peace." Of course, no one could confirm it, but did that stop it from being published 500,000 times in 12 hours? No, it didn't. To make matters worse, Papoose's longtime publicist inexplicably deleted their account when they refused to respond to a barrage of a lawyer on TikTok. Meanwhile, it's provided a breakdown of how a quiet separation or even a spiritual divorce might be unfolding behind the scenes, stating that if Remy and Papoose were married under private contractual terms, and he is now publicly claiming a new partner without a formal dissolution. She could pursue legal retaliation, even defamation. Is this love or a lawsuit? And just as the internet was about to blow up in flames, a phony Bet Awards staff memo leaked, stating that their production team had received a complaint regarding unauthorized couple behavior that may. A fake bet memo has violated professionalism policies. To put it another way, someone backstage didn't like the PDA. Someone complained, and someone was emotionally violated. Remy Ma shared a single image on her Instagram story, a black screen with a broken heart emoji, without a caption, sound, or music. The story was reposted over 2.3 million times in a 48-hour period because the emoji said more than any press statement could. Now let's talk about the fallout for Papoose, the man who created an entire image around ride or die loyalty. Claressa, on the other hand, is being referred to as everything from the real MVP to home wrecker of the year. It's crazy. Half of the internet is applauding her strength and confidence, while the other half is demanding that she stay in the boxing ring and out of people's marriages. And let's not forget the money. According to a fake PR report, a significant family-oriented endorsement deal Papoose was negotiating with a financial literacy brand has been put on hold until his public narrative stabilizes. Then came the conspiracy theories. One YouTuber said that this was all a ploy to promote Claressa's impending fight promotion and the release of Papoose's rumored memoir, tentatively titled Unwritten Chapters. Another said that the entire relationship was a media ploy by a new manager who wanted to rebrand them as the next hip-hop power couple. But it gets even messier. A fake wedding, a Twitter user shared receipts from an anonymous email claiming they were invited to a private wedding celebration in Michigan last month featuring fans are now demanding answers. Some are asking, where's the license? Where are the wedding photos? Why hasn't Remy officially responded? And most importantly, are they actually married or just playing husband and wife until further notice? There was no footage or photos, just a screenshot of a wedding invitation that may be fake but felt way too believable. The ceremony had an exclusive boxing theme, with custom gloves and rings, and the words "Champion" and "The King" written on a neon wall. Because Papoose and Claressa appear to be a seasoned couple from the outside, moving as a cohesive unit and dressing similarly. They synchronize, smirk, and stand alike. Aww. One Twitter user commented, "They act like they've been married for years." The quote went viral because it felt like the truth. So now the world waits. Will Papoose release a statement? Aftermath. Will Claressa confirm the rumors? Will Remy Ma go full scorched earth in a diss track? Or will this be one of those stories that never gets resolved, just buried under timelines until one day someone says, "Remember when Papoose kissed Claressa on stage?" And everyone falls silent due to the fact that whether Remy Ma speaks or remains silent. Whether Papoose clarifies or continues to be hidden behind Claressa's glow. The Bet Awards will always be remembered as the night love changed faces and the world was left wondering if they are already husband and wife. Therefore, the question now isn't whether they are together, but rather how long they've been hiding it, and whether the Bet Awards was that smirk alone said, "He's mine now, and we don't need to explain a thing, but we want to know what you think." Was this a secret marriage being rolled out right in front of our eyes? Is Remy Ma sitting somewhere watching all this unfold in silent heartbreak? Or is this just the way public figures move now? It was a kiss or a confession because you saw it, we saw it, and the world saw it. Papoose outro didn't just kiss Claressa. He publicly ended an era without a press release or divorce announcement. You've been watching Celebrities' Lives, where secrets leak, reputations collapse, and nothing stays hidden for long. If you think this kiss is just the beginning of a whole new scandal, let us know in the comments what your wildest guesses, boldest predictions, or hottest theories are. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for daily drama.